Can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. No matter how many ornaments you put on something, or how many decorations, no matter how many toppings, if it's vanilla ice cream, but no matter how much toppings you put on it, it's still going to be vanilla ice cream. Are you understanding the message? You could try to disguise what you are. You could try to hide what you are. You could lie. You could get people to accept your lies or be in fear of your lies. Comply, citizen. Comply. Comply or die. Well, that's how it was for the most part of history. Really? Read about the American Revolution. Really? Read about World War II. No matter what side, there was always a side being like, comply or die. Or in this case, even in lots of situations, even if you did comply, you still died. That's why you got to stay strapped. I just can't stress it enough. At best, when things are peaceful, you still get mugged, robbed, R. Kelly, whatever. But whenever your society that surrounds you decides to go pop secret, decides to boom, decides to throw a little oil in a frying pan, water in a oil frying pan, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Um, that shit's gonna volcano. With no strap, you have no chance. With the strap, at least you have a chance before you have no chance. But I just can't stress it enough. This world, since the fall of man happened because of the fallen angels, and I can't stress that enough. They saw that their daughters were fair and beautiful, and they took wives, and their children were giants, men of renown, men of old, the Nephilim. I can't stress it enough. And then they destroyed the earth. They couldn't feed them. And then God flooded it. He fucking said, this shit's done. He regretted his creation. Well, I regretted my first marriage. I didn't pour water on it. We got a Cohiba Black here. We got a Cohiba Churchill. The question is, oh, and it's old school. They don't make that no more. What a thick, rustic, but beautiful looking wrapper. Here's the question. Um, I forget how much time Sacco said was on these. Or if he told me at all, I don't remember. But it's got time on it. I hope he comes on and he can talk about how much time and when he bought these. But we know this has got serious time. Over 3 years, maybe 6 years, maybe 10 years. Hopefully he'll let me know. Either way, though, I want to see how it changed from the original tent, if nothing changed. Is it still a great cigar? I love the Cohiba Black. I believe it's a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Please somebody look that up. I thought it was a double one. Dominican Filter Cubano one in the filler. Because somebody looked that shit up. No one's here. And I probably should have just did a live by myself. Or maybe it takes time. I don't know. But all I know is I don't give a shit. 2018. So it's got 5 years post bought. But that doesn't mean those cigars were not made in 2018 because they had to get made and then aging room and then by the time you bought it. So at best, you're talking about 2016, 17 produced, when it was actually in the factory. By the time it's made and aged and then they put in the box, by the time it gets somewhere wherever it's going to be, um, just a single cap on that. So be mindful of that. You don't need to cut off much. You don't need to cut off much. I just can't stress that enough. I didn't Colorado dry box this cigar at all. I mean, it's been in my humidor for 2 weeks or a little over a week now, 10 days. And my box is on the drier side. I don't keep my shit shimmy wet. But it should be very exciting. very exciting. Uh, yeah. Keep dropping everything. It's important before you smoke a cigar. Drink a sip of water. You gotta clear the palate. I just can't stress it enough. Hey,
Richie,
hey, you're in the VIP lounge today.
hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, VIP, brother.
Taco Reliable.
Yes. I feel like you just ran out of bed and you told your wife, "I gotta be reliable. I gotta go."
No, my wife, she's over at friend's house.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. What are you smoking? What is that? Cuban?
Yeah, farm roll.
Nice.
Yeah, I have all these Cuban cigars. I'm smoking a farm roll.
Would you? Yeah, but you change it up. Would you say that those are on the younger side, or no?
Um, yeah, I think so.
So what do you get out of that cigar?
Charred wood, leather. So far, that's it. It's just the beginning.
Hmm.
The Cuban twang.
Hmm. The twang, baby.
Twang.
So this cigar, you bought it 2018. So you bought it. That means it's probably made at best 2016, produced, and then it has to go to aging room for definitely at least a year, maybe more. And then by the time it gets wrapped and boxed and sold, you get what I'm saying? No, so I'm talking about what now as far as when the tobacco was grown, that's a whole other thing. But think about it: to buy a cigar in 2018, it didn't just come straight from General. You got so many different middlemen, etc.
Yeah,
And
but
then
also they give the cigar some times to rest when they're once they roll them, right?
oh, they go on an eight. I
Yeah,
give it a minimum of a year because this is a higher end cigar. The Cohiba is not like their
yeah.
bottom shelf. Like the shortest I ever heard was like 30 days to 90 days at aging room for cheaper cigars. You know what I'm saying?
At
From
least 6 months.
yeah, 6 months is not a. It could be worse. A year generally 1 to 2 years is for higher end cigars. But it depends on the blend too. If it's a light shade Connecticut, it might only need 6 months.
Right. But
You know,
that,
let's,
that Richie,
yeah.
that wrapper, if you look underneath the band, that wrapper like lost some color. The band is moving. What's the color underneath the band? Is the same color the wrapper, or is it darker?
No, there. It looks like it just looks like a little bit of distortion, like
Yeah.
saying that you can't tell, but there's like a distortion to it. It's almost it looks like if
It's
it's
usually
almost like the paper of the band like squeezed the cigar. If that makes any sense.
but the color is the same because the top shelf when I put it the in my humidor the light it affects the wrapper. But if they're underneath,
No, no, it's not like I know what you're saying. So you would think it'd be way more darker under the band because the rest of the cigar. No, I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not seeing that. I'm
Okay,
not.
so that was then sitting on the bottom.
It could have been. It couldn't have been top row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So it was from the bottom.
I'll tell you what. You know what's funny? As many times I had the Cohiba Black, I don't think I've ever had the Churchill.
Really?
Not I've had the Red Dot Churchill.
Well, Churchill is not your size, pretty
No,
much.
I love Churchill. I'm just saying the lounges in New York. either had Robusto or Toro. I've never seen it in Churchill at a lounge in New York when I was there. I mean, that's serious.
Well, my favorite size was Churchill back then, and then I switched to Toro. I mean, if I have enough time, then I don't mind the Churchill
No, I
either.
prefer Churchill over Toro for me, but if it's a skinnier gauge, I think this is like a 49 gauge. It's starting off very milk chocolatey, very delicious, leathery. It's very on the dark side, but not super strong. Medium plus, about 80%
But
dark. Very like pungently sweet. But I expected to obviously it's going to pick up because it's a long cigar. I wanted to show you what I bought. I upgraded myself. This is a neck heater. It's
oh,
it's not ears. It's for the neck.
okay. I
But but
I thought you
I
got headphones.
no, I could put it around my balls. I could put it around
Okay.
my leg. You could stuff it up your ass. You could.
Well, why isn't it around your neck?
I wanted to fucking shut. Why don't you shut the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? Though. Okay, so here we go. What setting we got? Here we go. All right. Oh, that's a nice fireplace, baby.
Baby.
Sacco's in the VIP lounge. Here you go, Sacco. Let's see. Let's get this thing going. Here we go. We got one, two, three, four, baby. Here we go.
It doesn't. Uh, you could have get something that doesn't it come like doesn't it have a massage option?
Why don't you mind your fucking business? It's not a massage. It's not a dildo, a vibrator. It's just to keep the neck warm.
How about now?
You know what? Why the haters are gonna hate? You know why don't you? Why don't you go hang out with Anthony P. and his
Uh,
100 people on his show and his
why
background?
why you wanna hang out with Doug
It's, get the fuck out of here. I gotta reset. I gotta get all new people.
for 5-1?
This is what happens. People hang out too long, and then they get too comfortable, and then they're like, "I don't need you, Richie." Then get the fuck out. So
Well, but I tell you what, these farm rolls are better consistency, better quality, and better smokability. Never had a problem with this.
you know why? Because it's less communist. Because it's a guy trying to hustle on the side to make some money. That's American.
Right.
Whereas everything taken by the communist government, they don't give a shit. They don't.
Yeah.
When you have mandatory things, it's never as good as something that you want to do. Like those cigars you made were beautiful construction. Why you wanted to do it? But imagine if the state of California said, "Make me 500 cigars." You wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
If here's your fucking. Do you see the difference?
Yeah. And then so with the super gouge. So yeah, basically yeah, they care about what they're doing. Farmers care more because basically like with the label cigars, there's the cigars sell themselves. But for farmers, they have to make a good product to be able to sell.
Feed their children, or what else? Just to live. This is them to have a good life. Dude, my neck is so warm right now. Like,
Yeah,
dude, this thing going on the neck. Um, you could
that'll
feel it.
help a lot.
Oh, you can feel it going down your whole body because you have all your arteries in your body. It feels like, oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
it'll warm up your blood. That's pretty much enough to circulate and warm up the rest of your body.
And your neck and your head's where you lose a lot of heat. So
And that's the most important veins right there.
yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. I'll tell you what. It's starting off very nice, very pleasant, pungently sweet. He's smoking a Punch Golden Era that he bought. That's a real sweet. Kind.
After that's Richie certified.
Yeah, the Golden Era is a better cigar than the Media Tempo, La Gloria, and it's a much more enjoyable cigar. The Media Tempo is a very intense, a more dirty cigar. It's a very strong cigar. It can make you sick. Whereas the Golden Era is a beautiful, balanced, sweet, spicy. Oh, look at that! Look at that. We have two Christmas trees.
No, that's one. It's just in a walkway.
Wow, well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is getting too hot. I gotta lower it. Holy shit!
Yeah, that'll burn you, man.
Yeah, it's
Like
just
it's like the car seats.
yeah, yeah. I just yeah. I don't know if I put it on my balls.
Get one for your balls.
No, I just stuffed this thing on my upper thigh. You know what I'm saying? No, that should
Did you
mind you.
get that? Did you get that from Amazon?
You know why do you? Are you a fucking cop?
I'm a Fed.
Yeah, and I'm fed up. Um, so you don't smoke Cohiba anymore. You don't smoke the black anymore, right?
uh, I have few of those. That's it. Once in a while.
I'm going to tell you this right now. The
What's
time
up, Chewy?
5 years on this as of right now, from the way I remember this cigar, it definitely made the cigar more quiet. So we're going to see as it builds up. I hope some of the strength comes back, but it's still very delicious. But it felt like it made everything more gentle. Does that make any sense?
Silky, yeah, smooth.
Yeah, I mean,
Smooth and
listen,
silky.
5 years. It depends on 5 years is a long time on a cigar.
Just the way I like it. I think I came into realization that I like aged cigars.
Hmm,
You know, like smooth. I mean, instead of like punching you, like smooth and silky, and and mellow.
really? Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just like yesterday. Yeah, I smoked that anejo, and I wasn't that impressed like I used to be.
Would you smoke?
And
What cigar?
anejo.
Oh, why? It was too strong for you?
No, it was just I don't know. It wasn't. Maybe I don't know. Maybe could be I'm sick. My palate is not in the in the focus. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
but you
I
know,
mean,
you can't ever let if a cigar you enjoyed, you can never let a one bad experience never smoke it
well,
again.
of
Maybe
course. I mean, it's not.
most of the
Yeah,
time, meaning if you were tired or your palate's off or you had too much other tobacco that day or maybe your tongue was dry or whatever, you could
could
be.
be. Yeah, number of reasons. But I mean,
But that's all.
I mean, now I like that black more than when I just got it
Yeah.
because I've been smoking throughout the years. So probably I smoke one a year.
What the nail?
No, those blacks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, so you
Yeah.
like it better now? The finish is kind of long, but it's not heavy at all. I'm assuming it's going to build up. I mean, it's a long cigar. It's burning rather slow though. Um, um, I remember the Cohiba Black being a slow burner. Anyways, it had very thick tobacco. It had both Connecticut broadleaf binder and wrapper. Correct?
I'm not sure about that. I can look it up.
I thought somebody already looked it up.
I never looked up the blend on that.
Dude,
I
how
mean, but of course, when I bought it, whatever the Cigars International said, that's what it was. But yeah, I don't remember.
good job anymore? Why do I have all these guys on my payroll? I got all these guys with the wrench, and they're not doing their fucking job.
Send them to 300.
All right, I got to sacrifice. I'll tell you what. I'm going to sacrifice someone here tonight that totally doesn't deserve it. But that's just to let you know Richie's not fucking around.
Yalla, send them. Shooter ready? Send them.
Now,
There you go.
Uncle Larry didn't deserve that at all. But
Yeah, he just came in, man.
Uncle Larry's paying the price.
Yeah, he was just Uncle Larry. That was just uh, but what like society?
That was an example.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I mean, look, these farm rolls are pretty young. I think they're pretty young. They're pretty rough
Yeah.
compared to
Sacco, anybody can get it, Sacco. Anybody can get it.
can get what?
They can get it.
Oh, sure, Richie, if you say so. Oh, let me see here. Cohiba Black. Cigars. I bought it from Cigars International. So yeah, they changed the label. Right now, the labels are like that. That's the like that's precaution, I call it.
Yeah.
So on this one, Connecticut broadleaf wrapper and Connecticut broadleaf wrapper,
And then it was,
Dominican and Mexican, bound by flavorful sun-grown Dominican piloto leaf.
what was the binder?
Binder is piloto. It says sun-grown.
Wait,
So okay, so it's
hold on. What cigar?
Connecticut broadleaf wrapper.
The black, right?
Yeah, the black.
Okay, exactly.
Dark inside, long leaf blend of Dominican and Mexican tobaccos inside, and then Dominican piloto for a binder.
Mm.
So Mexican and Dominican. That's it. And Connecticut broadleaf. Yeah.
I thought this had a double Connecticut broadleaf wrapper binder. Are you sure about that?
This is according to Cigars International.
But
And
cigars
the
bucks all the time.
and the Cohiba itself, Cohiba website. Let me see. I gotta put my birth date. I hope I can qualify for this.
Sacco, they're gonna call the FBI.
Why? So if people like put like a wrong date, is not going to work?
No, Sacco, it's not about your birthday. They just want to make sure you're over 21. You
I
could,
understand. I get it, but yeah.
so you could. I put 1/1/1999. That's it.
Okay, look. The That's the Churchill. So the Cohiba website, it doesn't mention any Mexican anything. It just says Connecticut broadleaf
Yeah,
wrapper, Connecticut broadleaf binder,
yeah,
Dominican Piloto Cubano filler.
yeah. See,
That's the Cohiba website.
the other place fucked up.
Yeah. So I don't know. Back then, bro, I wasn't like into that much into different leaves or into different blends. I was just buying whatever tried I liked or.
What I always liked about the Cuba Black, it was a dark cigar. It wasn't really crazy strong, but it had a presence of darkness, dark chocolate, dark licorice, dark black pepper, but never like super spicy either, though. But very smooth, good with scotch. It was a heavy, dark cigar without being super strong, but it was strong enough. But by the end of it, you smoked the cigar. So it's a kind of cigar that it's like a sleeper cycle, like it creeps up on you. What happened? You disappeared. What happened? Your electric bill? Can we start a collection for Sacco and put on his lights? Sacco, did you lose your power? Did Sacco die? Did Sacco just get taken by aliens?
Dude, I was on the phone. No,
Oh, Sacco, I thought the electric
my
bill.
wife was calling me. Yeah.
I was starting a collection for the electric bill.
Abducted from aliens. No, not yet, man. I don't believe in that bullshit. So, yeah. I mean, it was good back then. You know, uh, after Davidoffs and stuff, I usually smoke Davidoffs, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna just see like what's out there,
Yeah,
explore.
yeah.
Because
Cohiba has great cigars. Depends what you like. I think overall the red dot is a more usable cigar than the black. But the black I really enjoy at nighttime, and it's a good cigar. Um, the Royale is really strong, and that's a newer cigar though. That's more like even stronger than Padron. The M is their newer stuff. The Spectre was fucking crazy. So I mean, as a brand, like they don't make any bullshit. Like a lot of people don't respect non-Cuban Cohiba on the general. But let me tell you something. There's a lot worse brands out there. So they give you. There's a lot of great cigars they make and a lot of good tobacco. And they're not really that expensive when you factor in as a luxury price, especially on the internet. So
um, Well, I mean, look, with Cubans, well, they're way more light. But as a darkness on that cigar, what would you say? I think for me it's like 65. It's not too dark.
For me, it's 80% darkness. It's on the darker.
80?
For me, yeah, it's a darker side. It's not a very strong cigar. Well, also this being more aged, but it's a darker profile, but it's not crazy strength. Now, if I had a fresh robusto that was just bought yesterday, it's definitely so this did the time on this definitely smoothed it out. Now, I prefer the original intent, but it's very interesting to see what 5 years did on this cigar. But we're also only in the first inch. I think it's going to pick up. The Churchill is a very long cigar. I think
Yeah,
it's
it'll pick up. I mean, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be the same, but it's still, will have some strength. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of thick tobacco in there.
but it's very enjoyable. It's a very nice dark chocolate, a nice sweetness, a dark licorice, dark black pepper, a little bit of dark earth, a dark espresso. I mean, it's a dark cigar. It has complexity, but it's a dark cigar. So you got to be in the mood for that. I've had the Cohiba Black over 100 times, so I love that cigar. Also, it was pretty much the first premium cigar I ever had. So
Right.
uh, I go with it way back. So it was what it was. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like them, boy. I smoked them throughout the years, that and then the Makassar and then the Dominicana. But yeah, I still enjoy them, once in a while.
Well, I mean, everyone's in a different place. You know what I'm saying? Though, I mean, you're at the pinnacle of a cigar collection, and so it's a you have so much variety and such high. To most people, this would be top shelf, and it is a top shelf cigar. I mean, it's got well construction, great age, expensive tobacco. It's not cheap tobacco on this, but there's always higher levels, and also variety and then rarity. It's a whole, so your collection is you almost need a librarian for your collection. You need, like the Smithsonian, like
Well, I mean, I don't have a lot of old stuff, like as what collectors call, like I don't have like a lot of vintage stuff, but
Osako, God
I
forbid,
mean,
whenever you get older and die, you have to donate your cigars to the Smithsonian, and they'll make a museum of all, you know.
oh man, yeah, I know what they're gonna do with the cigar. Sell them.
Oh no, no, smoke them all, leave the empty boxes. Oh yeah, they're all in
Yeah,
there.
after 30 years, I'll have some vintage cigars. That's for sure. Shit, man. I mean, yeah, bro. There are people like crazy, have crazy collections, in those. I mean, um,
I'd say your collection's pretty crazy.
most mine is like for
Incorporate
the
time.
yeah. Well, okay. I mean, for modern day collection, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
But as like if you bring old school people, like they don't consider like new world cigars or non-Cubans collectibles or whatever. It's just because they just keep getting better. But
To me, I listen.
if you don't have like old pre-Castro Cuban cigars in your collection, then it's not good. Which I don't believe those cigars were better than whatever Cuba makes today. I don't believe so.
Well, I don't think they're better than Padron. I'd rather buy $300 box of Padron than spend $30,000 for a 70-year-old Cuban cigar. Like I don't care. Like
Yeah, I mean,
you
yeah.
can't tell me that a Padron 26, natural or Maduro, is worse than like a 19 58. I don't give a shit. At a certain point, the cigar is 80, 70 years old. Like, and how much would it cost for a box of sealed cigars, 1961 Cuban cigars?
Oh, forget it, man. I mean, you can't even buy those. I mean, those are like sold in fucking auction.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got to be like in the Illuminati. You got
yeah,
got to be,
you can't even buy that shit with like one kidney. You have to give up both.
yeah, you got to be like a secret society, like probably like a Jeffrey Epstein. This fucking sick fucks. They probably got those kind of cigars. You know what I'm saying? People that have blackmail on people, and they have spies. You know, you know.
Yeah.
The guy that
Well,
owns.
yeah, sure. I mean, my collection is not like really collection. I smoke them, but when I get to them, but if you had like have like I probably have at least like close to what 50 different cigars, brands, cigars or boxes. So even if you smoke like one and then you need like what 50 days to smoke another one, if you rotate him that way, you know.
No, I it's for even if you for you, even if you only buy one box a month until you die, you're never going to be able to smoke your cigars, like all of them,
No,
because one box is good for a month, right? 20 cigars. You might have one cigar a
pretty
day.
much.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm set for life, but I still fucking keep buying it, man. I need a fucking psychiatrist.
Taco,
I have a weakness with the shiny boxes, you know.
you're set for afterlife. You know,
Yeah,
you're going to come back in your spirit. You know, as your meat sack, right?
yeah. The shiny boxes, man. Hold on. Let's look at this.
Right there, it picked up heavy, medium, plus chocolate increase, spice increase, earth increase, dark coffee, dark cacao increase, long finish, very nice. Classic Cohiba construction, fantastic. I'm expecting it to pick up even more, very nice. So it took about an inch and a half. It picked up to medium plus. I'm glad.
Look, for example, that's like Cohiba Siglo 6,
Yeah.
the most recognized cigar, Cuban cigar, right? But look at the box. I mean, this is like ever since. So I'm kind of like sucker for boxes. And this is a modern box from La Gloria. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful?
When did you get those?
Huh?
Is those new?
Yeah, kind of.
I didn't even know you bought them. Holy shit! You haven't even smoked one.
Huh?
You haven't even smoked it.
I have. I haven't even smoked one.
Holy shit! Those look fucking nice.
Right there, there are 20 of them. So that's the La Gloria Cubana La Casa del Habano. Hey, where is AP? He would say fake. Fake, baby, fake.
What is that box? $1,500.
Oh, fuck. 8 kilos on my finger. Oh, shit. Holy shit, fuck. And then, you know which part hit my finger? Right, that pin right there. Chaw. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah, look at that box. Well, that's like new Cuban, and then versus like old Cuban. So I'm kind of like, I like boxes.
Yeah,
And this is like pretty much a humidor. You can just, keep him.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, and then it has a velvet underneath. So yeah, that's why I like newer stuff better than old school. Um, old school. Not just wooden boxes. I mean, they say, "Oh, this Davidoff is 50 count box. This, that," and then the box is just like a regular, uh, not even wood. They made of like plywood.
Yeah,
Look at that. If you pay attention, you can see.
yeah. That's not even that nice. That box. It's a good
Yeah, it's not that nice until you
tea smoking.
open them up.
Yeah, flex baby.
Flex time.
Take that thing off my neck. I was getting too warm. Oh my god,
Yeah, that will be enough, man.
dude, that thing was getting
That
me.
that thing will be. Just put it on low and let it sit there.
No, it was on low, and I was, dude, I was warm, dude.
Oh,
Dude, that thing. If you're going for a long walk in the cold, that thing will keep you warm. Holy shit! Like,
well, that's a good idea. I never thought of
like
it.
think about my blood or my head, my neck was boiling. I was warm as. Right now, I just put in my jacket. You know what I'm saying? I have it by my balls. It's keeping my balls warm.
Keep
You know,
keep keep them balls warm.
keeping the
You're gonna
ball.
need them.
Yeah, yeah. Both of the ball.
This one I bought each is coming to $55. They're not that small, smaller ring gauge, but beautiful aroma.
Nice. Hey, Dream Life's here. Hey, Dream Life, are you awake? Last night you weren't sure what was happening.
Yeah,
You
he
woke,
was poor, poor guy. He didn't know what's going on. He thought he was dreaming and shit.
he said, "What happened to Sacco?" He said, and me and the doc were talking about like all these crazy different topics, and he probably,
Right.
what the fuck is going on?
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
But if, with my, I mean, on my experience, so like I started smoking since 1996, ever since I came. So I smoked Cubans here and there, and back then, well, the shops they were selling like like I didn't know it was fake or it was real. Here the shops sell it, under the table.
Uh,
But when
it-
I was traveling, I used to buy them and not boxes, but one, two here and there. And like I mean, you're lucky if you can get a cigar that with a good construction, good draw and shit.
it is what it is, my friend.
Yeah,
Um, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Non-Cuban within non-Cuban cigars, guys that only like respect Cuban cigars, they hate all New World cigars, but they really hate New World cigars with Cuban names. You know what I'm saying, though?
yeah,
So,
yeah, 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 yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like enemy number one. So Cohiba's number one. Partagas, they give it a pass. Um, Macanudo's not Cuban. CL's not Cuban. Um, you have Monte
Yeah,
Cristo,
La Gloria Cubana, you have Monte
yeah,
Cristo,
uh,
Romeo,
Punch, Punch,
El Rey del Mundo,
Boulevard,
Bolivar.
yeah, H. Upman, uh,
Yeah, most haters are about Bolivar. I mean, yeah, maybe they should. Maybe General should drop that blend altogether for non-Cuban.
you know, dude, I think great cigars are great cigars, and the bottom line is, a lot of those brands, like under the Cifuentes family, they sold the rights to, to, well, General has it now, but General bought the company that they sold it to, so that's their name, fair and square. Like, you had a business, you sold your business, and then that business is mine now. So, so when they bought the Boulevard name and the Partagas name, um, that's theirs. And they bought it from the family that was running it in Cuba. So they escaped Fidel Castro. So who's fake? Who's real? Okay, so it is what it is.
But look, I never had any pre-Castro Cuban. Maybe the construction was good back then, better than during the communism time. When nobody gave a shit. Um, Maybe back then it was better. I never had one of those. But boy, I mean, you can even buy one pre-Castro Cuban cigar or a whole box of Cuban. I
Yeah,
mean, come on, do the
yeah.
math.
No, no. But all I'm saying is, when people escaped Cuba during the Communist Revolution, nobody came to America or Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, and said, "Now let's make bad cigars." I can't stress enough. They escaped because, you know what I'm saying, no, because they know what they can do. And so, to me, if a cigar is great, it's great. And the non-Cuban General Cohiba brand has made so many great cigars. And if you can't enjoy them, then you're a blind hater. Like, it's great tobacco. Like, I
Yeah,
don't. So it is, and I'm not going to defend it anymore, because at a certain point, you got to say in life, are you here to try to control their mind or control your own? So if people are going to make up their mind, and say fuck Cohiba Red Dot, it sucks.
but
Okay,
I mean, it's everybody has their own mind, and I'm not blaming anybody, or I'm not like But here's the deal. Okay, let's say you're a whiskey drinker, right? I mean, we don't have embargo to no country, so you have whiskey from Scotch whiskey. You have whiskey from Japan. you have whiskey from America, right? So these people that only smoke Cuban cigars, they can drink whiskey from every country. Then why don't you just drink whiskey from Scotland, right? The Scotch is what it is for. So you must drink whiskey from Scotland. Why are you drinking
But
Japanese whiskey?
Scotch, you got guys that say I only drink single malt, or I only drink single malt, single barrel. From one barrel. Meanwhile, there's great blended scotches. There's great. Like for example, there's some shitty single malts and there's some shitty blended scotches. There's some high end blended scotches and there's some high end single malts. To me, if it's great,
Honey, how are you?
no,
My wife is here. Yeah,
oh
so it's I mean it's stupid. Like I mean I don't I don't take that as I only smoke Cuban cigars. No, because there are great cigars. Why you only smoke Cuban cigars?
yeah.
Why can't you just smoke cigars from other countries, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not even just that. If you only want to smoke Cuban cigars, I'm all about it. That's your choice. But they'll also will say, "Oh, everything else sucks," and that's where it's a lie. Or they'll say, "Oh, well, ours are better. We have to age them." Or they'll say, "Oh." So all I'm saying is, whatever you want to smoke,
It
smoke.
doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense.
What I'm saying is though, to blindly say, let's say a brand like Cohiba or the general brand doesn't make good cigars, then to me that's just a stupid person. Because if you, I proved it. I took the band off. I brought Cohiba Red Dots to a lounge, Robusto, and guys that smoke high end stuff. I told the story. I said, guys, yeah, try out this cigar. It's a mystery cigar. Let me know what you think. I walked away, came back at the end. What do you think? Oh my God, delicious, cinnamon, nutty, black pepper. It's kind of intense, very happy, bubbly cigar. A lot of fun. We all fucking loved it. What a great fucking cigar. I said, it's Cohiba Red Dot. And
Okay, but here is another point, Richie.
these guys
Look,
all mad. They all got mad because these were Davidoff and Fuente Padron, but only top shelf, right? Right. So I mean,
right.
I
Okay,
put
but there here is another point. Like when you say Cohiba is the pinnacle of Cuban cigars, right? Like there is nobody that loves Cuban cigars. They don't dream of Cohiba. I mean, they can smoke Cohiba every day if they can afford it, right? So then, if you're that snob, then why don't you just smoke Cohiba, right? Why are you smoking Sancho Panza Cuban? Just because it says Havana, Cuba. I mean, there are better cigars than Sancho Panza, for example. I mean, or the other mid-tier Cuban brands. Like I can smoke, Arabe all day and not even think about Cuban cigars.
yeah.
So I don't agree with that at all. So it's not like they're making fake Cuban. They're putting like fake Cuban band, and for Nicaragua Padron, they're putting fake Cuban and selling. No, it's a Nicaraguan cigar, and a lot of people like Padron. Even people that are from outside of US, they know Padron. They like Padron. They love Padron.
Using mostly Nicaraguan tobacco, right? It's still they have Cuban tradition. There's Cuban people that work for them, right? And then the Padrones, the Mr. Padron, he came from Cuba, so it's kind of like saying my father's is from Italy, but you think when he moved to New York, he forgot how to make Italian food? You know what I'm saying? Like he made great Italian food. You say, oh, but those ingredients are from New York. Okay,
Exactly,
but if
exactly.
okay, so yes, it won't be exactly like making the food
From
in Italy.
your garden, yeah. The tomato is not going to be from your garden,
No,
obviously, but
we had a garden in New York. We had our own garden.
okay, so that's it then. I mean,
No,
you
but then,
know,
but the soil's different. About fungal, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Though, so
yeah,
if
it,
anything,
it,
the change might be better. Like for example, when my dad moved to New York or to America, they had more supplies. Like he was a peasant in Italy. He was poor. So I mean, they still had good food, but they ate peasant food. They ate a lot of rice and a lot of polenta. Polenta, they make the like, polenta is. It's like made out of cornstarch, cornmeal. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Almost like a cake, and they just put like just red sauce on top, a little cheese, and that's it. Now
yeah,
now they make that at high end restaurants, but 50 years ago it was peasant food, fucking
yeah.
peasant
We
food.
had we have but like Armenian is kind of menudo. You just boil the feet, the feet and then the bones. We call it chash. Yeah, there was a peasant food. Now it's a delicatessen.
Yeah, same thing with risotto. Risotto was peasant food. All there was rice with cream and mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? No, and basil. Salt and pepper. Did you ever have risotto or no?
I probably did, bro. I'm not that big on Italian food
No.
names. I only know spaghetti and meatballs.
Well, risotto is so good. Uh,
Everything else I call pasta.
why don't you
It's a
mind? Why,
rigatoni or this and that.
why don't you mind your fucking business? All right.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
It's
Why
Is it?
don't you?
Yeah, I got the 357 on me right here. Shit.
Uh-huh.
The heater's on the 357. I don't want it to make
Uh-oh.
around explode.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Watch. Don't shoot your balls there, dude. Risotto is a winner, Sacco. Is a cup.
Hey,
Hush. That's what you go. Hush, Josh.
PG
That's
said
what it
before,
is.
PG said before he's mad because we're getting along.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this Cuban that snob thing is it's over the top, man. I mean, you have such a beautiful non-Cuban cigars, and
No, Sacco, don't call them non-Cuban. They're
I
just cigar.
mean, okay, well, because they're non-Cuban, that's what it is.
But Sacco,
What do you call it? New World?
You have a Mercedes, right? Do you call
Uh-huh.
that an Italian car?
No, look, I have a Mercedes, but I never call it as a Mercedes. I always call it a G.
What I'm saying is, you don't call a Mercedes a non-Italian car, and you don't call if you had a Ferrari a non-Mercedes. What I'm saying is, so let's stop calling non-Cubans non-Cubans. They're not non-Cubans. It's fucking bullshit.
Okay, how what are they? What are they? How you refer them to?
Well, if it's made in Nicaragua, it's a Nicaraguan fucking cigar.
Okay, what if it has Nicaraguan, Dominican, and San Andres and Cameroon?
Well,
What do you
no, we're
call it that?
talking about where it's produced. Now, as far as the ingredients, that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing. Like, okay, for example, let's like say an American soldier, but he might be Italian, he might be German, he might be African American, but he's still an American soldier. So when it comes to cigars, it's always where was it produced? You say, oh, this is a Dominican cigar with these ingredients. Oh, okay. But only because of Cuba, the embargo and everything else, they're stuck with Cuban tobacco. Before the embargo, they used to ship Cuban tobacco to Florida and they'd mix it with Connecticut, mixing it with Mexican. They used to mix it with anything they wanted before the embargo.
Yeah,
People don't
exactly.
people don't realize that. Pre-embargo, Cuban cigars in America, you could have any tobacco. So Cuban was just another leaf. I mean, imagine how crazy that must have been. Imagine having
Well,
like,
usually that I mean, we call Cuban. Okay, Cuban. What is it? Cuban Puro. I mean, if it's Dominican Puro, then it's a Dominican cigar. It's not non-Cuban. It's Dominican. We're just referring to cigars as whatever they made, except Cuba. Well, let's just put it that way. So, well, at one point, Davidoff Rolling Factory was in Geneva.
well, they would ship their stuff over there for better quality control. I think, right? And the
Yeah,
cigarette.
no, they had like rollers in Geneva.
Oh, really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So because it is a Geneva, I mean Geneva brand.
Yeah.
So
I
Swiss
know
brand.
they still make cigarettes. I think they still make some of their smaller cigars in there, but I'm not sure if they sell those in America. You know, that's a nice box, man.
That is a beautiful box, man. Look
That's a
at that. Look at that. I mean, would you go for this for a box, or you buy a single from a wooden box, like they call it precaution shit? I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. And
I
it's a solid wood, dude. This is like the whole thing is a solid wood. I mean, and it's amazing that Cuba started making boxes like this. I don't know if they make their own boxes or they import them. I don't. I have no idea. It's just weird to see like Cuba produces stuff like this.
Well, I mean, they can import them if they want from. I mean, who knows? Maybe Fuente's making them boxes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mm-mm.
the Dominican Republic can trade with Cuba, right?
Yeah, yeah, they can, but I mean, they don't. I mean, maybe boxes, but
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
looking at that box, it is solid wood, PG. It's just, I mean, bro, it's a quality, and that blue color is so beautiful on it. Look at that.
Okay, once you put it down before you drop it. Put it down. Put it down. Put
Drop
it.
it, baby. Drop it, baby.
Chop.
Drop it, baby.
Chop.
Can you
Chop.
see yourself, Richie, in
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. See
Look at
myself.
that. Look at that.
Yeah. 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 That's nice.
It's nice.
That's nice, baby. Yeah.
It went past him. Uh, Taco getting salad wood looking at that box.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Uh,
cares. Maybe it did.
Cigar is very delicious. I would definitely say, though, overall, I think that 5 years' time definitely affected it more than I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely it brought it down a notch. You know what I'm saying? Though. So if you want your Cohiba Black to become much smoother and more quieter, then give it to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Though.
Well, look, I mean, if you have a little humidor, I mean, it's hard to give a cigar 5 years, because it's always there. You always see it. But when you have a lot of cigars, they automatically sit there. I mean, you don't even. I mean, you can't. You gotta just smoke one with like 10 days, the same cigar to finish it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Is what it is. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Though. Is what it is. You know, Taco, this, Taco, this is the last episode. So get the cloud. Whatever you want to say, say. This is the last fucking episode.
PG is uh, fucking with Sako. It's okay. That's cool. I like it.
What do you say?
I gotta take a fourth look to understand.
Hold on. He said maybe on your third read. What do you say? Sacco getting.
Uh,
He said you're getting solid wood looking at that box. Like you're getting an erection.
oh, oh, I get it. How you got it, Richie? That was easy for you.
But speak English.
uh, all right, PG. That makes sense now.
Hold on.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hell, dude. Won't you look at it? Won't you? Wouldn't you look at it? Look, PG. Look at it. Look close.
Yeah.
Look close, PG.
If you,
That's erotica.
Sacco, why don't you just tape it to your face? Tape the box to your face. It just
Here we go.
leave it to the rest of the episode. Yeah. Sacco,
Till the next episode.
if that box opens up and all your cigars fall on the floor, you're going to be crying. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't Sacco. You're playing with fire, man. Don't do it. Don't Sacco. Sacco. Don't Sacco. 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 No. No.
Richie, come help me. Sako holding me hostage. Come, Richie.
Sacco. Oh my god. It'd be like 50, was that 50? How much? $1,500? How much?
12.
Well, only 1,200. Oh, 12.
uh,
Yeah.
um, I like your Christmas lights. Was it a lot of work to put them up?
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
I don't mind your own fucking
You know
business.
what I'm saying? Why don't you, why don't you mind your, Sacco, I'm just a regular guy, okay? Sacco, why don't you mind your fucking business, all right?
Did you get tired? That's a lot of work.
You know it's a lot of work making a fucking,
Rich,
no.
Richie doesn't like the Corolla anymore.
Where every day I got to listen to this fucking shit and complain the show is too late, da 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 da, wah wah wah, my pussy hurts. I mean, how much shit? You know what I'm saying? Bring back Gino. I mean, no one's ever happy. It's never enough. Fuck everyone on the horse they rode on. What do you want me to fucking tell you?
I don't know. Chewy, how's your tent working, Chewy? Imagine Chewy in the tent right now. Are you in the tent, Chewy? Tents are for camping or for smoking now.
Hmm. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
stress it.
absolutely nobody.
No, no. Great construction.
Are you
Great.
about half point? Yeah, that's a nice burn. I always like that construction, man. I had one bad one, and it was too wet.
That's it. That's not the cigar's fault.
No,
Listen,
that's not the cigar spot.
I have been pushing that for years to make people a better cigar smoker. Soft, gentle heat, Be careful cutting the cap so you don't cut too much. Because we say, "Oh, the cigar unraveled on me." You did it yourself. If you damage the cigar, own up to it. So if you put it in your pocket or you drop it, and you're like, "Oh, the cigar cracked on me," no, you did it yourself. And most importantly, if the cigar's too wet, it's your fault. It's not ready. If you took a cigar out of the freezer, like I'm sorry, if you put a steak out of the freezer and you put it right on the grill, it's gonna be fucked up. You gotta let it thaw out. You know what I'm saying though? So it is what it is, baby.
When I first got this big humidor, it was water in there. So that water, man, it was like making cigars too wet, and then it wasn't working. So I had to get rid of the water and put Bovida packs in there.
No, I think Bovida packs is the simplest thing to do.
Yeah, man. Just leave it, put it and forget it. That's it.
That's,
If you don't open, close it. I mean, it can last you for months, years. Bovidas.
yeah. Don't you mind your fucking business, all right? So,
You're going to the 300 club.
yeah. Hey, I like that better. That's really pretty. Look at that. Hold on, Sacco. I'm gonna sing Christmas songs while we look at the fireplace.
La
Day
la 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 la.
of folly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Stack is shooting lots of cats. Chewy, 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 chewy. You like that?
Let me
Nice.
add some more wood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, why don't you lay down like in a thong? You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit there. Sit there. Come, no, Sacco, just relax. Go back. Relax a little. I'm gonna sing Christmas carols. Fucking sit down. You know, so
Yeah, not. Go for it.
you gotta sit there. You sit.
What's the next one? Oh man, it's too hot over
you
there.
look,
Yes,
you look
yeah.
like you sit there in front of the fireplace singing.
Man, yeah. I was gonna post for you guys, but maybe kids watching. So,
Yeah, it's 2451. You know what I'm saying?
well, kids shouldn't be watching.
No.
But we never know
Yeah.
who's lurking in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad FDNY. Glad those are great cigars, FDNY, and yeah,
Which one?
the Golden Era is
Oh,
a
okay, Golden Era.
great mid-tier cigar at about medium plus, medium full strength, only about 65% darkness, beautiful cinnamon, beautiful nuttiness. It tastes like golden grams. You know what I'm saying? The honey, beautiful honey, great cigar. Is what it is.
Fuente Fanboy sent me a few. I smoked. I never bought a Golden Era. It was too much for me.
Sacco, you can't afford mid-tier Sacco.
Mm, I can afford. Yeah, I can afford the punch.
You can't afford it, man. You have to talk to your financial advisor.
Well, that cigar is like burning, like working like Dominican cigar.
Well, you see what happens when people have time to have quality construction. The issue with Cuban tobacco and the construction is not the tobacco;
Nobody gives a shit.
it's the factory, and they don't give a shit. They're getting.
Yeah, that's a
They're not,
factory.
you know how poor people are in the Cohiba the
Yeah, yeah. All these people like this Cuban farm boys, they don't think they're like abusing people's labor there to make cigars. You know how much better I mean the people that rolling cigars in Nicaragua or in Dominican live than the people in
oh,
Cuba.
literally Fuente and LFD. They put their kids through college. They put their kids through high school. They have
Yeah, yeah.
they have clean water. They have doctors. They have a church. You go
They
to
take breaks. They smoke the cigars they make. Oh, I mean, dude, you can't even compare those fact. I mean, the people's lifestyle lives.
yeah.
You know,
And if you go to Cuba, the people can't tell you the truth because they'll throw them in prison if they
yeah,
complain. Oh, my life sucks. Communism sucks. That's it.
yeah.
Chop, chop, chop.
Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, man. I mean, it's yeah. Some people are just like sick with it and shit.
I mean, for that fact alone, people people should not buy Cuban cigars for that fact alone. They're supporting almost slave labor. The people have terrible lives, and so and then if that's the case, then maybe,
Yeah,
or hopefully Cuba one day has a revolt and they're not communists no more. Hopefully it's and then we can have casinos. We can have a Disney World in Cuba. We could have Chase Bank. We could have Starbucks. We could have a football team. What would be a good football team in Cuba? If Cuba became a free country again. I don't know. I don't know.
Cohiba.
Yeah, Cuba, yeah, Cohiba would be a good football player. Everybody would root for the Cohibas.
Yeah, but till this day they get their like oil from Russia, Cuba. I don't know. It's just if the Cuban cigars were legal in the United States, I mean the Cubans can't make enough
They
cigars.
can't make enough, and that's why there's so many fake cigars. But also at the same time, Sacco, I can't stress enough. Check it out. If you take away the mystique of Cuban cigars, if you had, like, let's say, mid-tier Cuban cigars that are costing now 15, 20, 25, $30, and they're in the lounge, and guys can smoke My Father. My Father's a better cigar. LFD's a better cigar. So it is what it is. I can't stress it enough. And it's, I think that being banned makes it more exciting for Americans. If they had it neck and neck, let's say like Cuban Monte Cristo and then Altatus Monte Cristo, the guys could compare them right there in the lounge. I think that's a truth that there's a good percentage of people would say, nah, I think I'm
Yeah,
keeping.
without a band. Yeah, if you pass it around without a band, I mean,
Well, no,
the,
I'm with the ban because if once something's legal, no one cares about it. When people can't have it, it's I gotta I gotta have it. So it is what it
but
is.
look, I mean now the Cohiba like the Siglo Six or my favorite Cuban hands down. It's the pyramid. The pyramid extra. That's the well, that's a delicious cigar. So, but it's like right now, it's like $130 probably a piece. But if you can find them,
Yeah,
it's. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You pay $130, and how many times you gonna smoke that?
yeah, that's what it is. And there's no way even the Cuban Cohibas at 100, $150 a piece. They're not worth that kind of money. It's not. I'd rather smoke the Spectre for $130. So it is what it is. Um, that's why it's never going to happen, probably. And if it did, it would have to be a great reset, because you got to say this, Cycle. How is like Padron, My Father, LFD, all these great brands giving great cigars between $10 and $30. I mean, $30 on the max. Great quality cigars, and then like you go to a lounge, you buy Patron, it's still $18 to $30 for 26 or a Family Reserve, and great cigars. But $30 for Cuban, you can't get shit. Everything will be
Nothing. No, yeah,
50,
I mean,
50, 200. Who gives a fuck? The $300 Cohiba. I mean, at this point, those cigars are not worth it. They're not worth 50,
it's
$100.
like $30 Cuban cigars. I mean, comparable what with like $6, $7 regular cigars in a
No, but,
brand wise,
no,
but
but you sent me that Cuban Trinidad. It was good. The construction was terrible, but the flavor was nice. But I said it was a good mid-tier, 8 to 12, $13 cigar. So that would be right around like My Father.
I think that's how much it was probably when I bought it.
Back then. But what do those cost now? What? How much?
But now they kicking the Trinidad up to like Cohiba level. Trinidad is becoming very expensive.
About $50 to $100 a stick.
Yeah, yeah. Over the years, Trinidad changed their the whole thing, marketing and construction and all that. But
Well,
and then I think different Cuban cigars, different quality Cuban cigars going to different markets. That's what I'm thinking.
who's getting the best? Russia.
Because why the UK UK people that supply there, they said they're getting the best quality Cuban cigars, and that one I bought it from Cabo. Okay, I don't know if the Mexico is getting the worst quality or is
Let's
that true at all?
about that. How the fuck would they do that? All right, guys. Today, make 500 cigars per person, and the next day they say only make 400. So those ones going to be better quality, more time. They take more time per cigar. But how do you think they're doing that? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know. It's such a mysterious. I mean, market. It's such a like.
If you buy Padron or you buy Fuente, you could bet your fucking bottom dollar it's going to smoke and taste like a
Well,
Fuente.
do you believe this that the companies like make a separate product for Costco than the other stores? Because like Costco is cheaper in bulk. I mean, look, my wife, I mean, has been saying this for years. Like laundry detergent, Tide, right?
Yeah, the
You
big.
buy it from Costco, it's more
Or
liquid. It's
yeah,
watered down.
yeah, I agree with you on that. Same thing with guns. Do you know, like from a big sporting store? This, and I'm going back when I was in New York. Let's say, like a Dick's Sporting Goods. It was called Dick's Sport. It's a big sporting goods store, right? And you go to buy a Mossberg 500 or Ruger 22. Very popular. Shotgun or rifle. Do you know a lot of those in those big stores had some cheaper parts on the inside.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then my guy at the regular store, he said, "Yeah, I can't compete because people think it's the same gun and it's not." You know,
Yeah. My brand new shotgun, I bought it from Walmart, $120 back then. I mean, and it still works. But I mean, that's maybe that's possible. Like the Dubai market or higher end, higher class market, they're taking their best shit, and then they're making. I don't know. I don't know. I just heard that's how it works. And this one guy, he says, if you're going to the shops, you see all the Cuban cigars, and you see the high end Cuban cigars. They have a little humidor there, but you can buy them. But if you go ask them to buy them, they say, "Oh, those are already purchased." He goes, "I asked the store owner, okay, well, if they're purchased, why are they on display? Why can't you just put him in a bag somewhere or hide him or whatever?" No, he says this is it makes our store looks good. So the high end stuff, who's the client? Nobody knows. They don't like Behicas or the high end Cuban cigars. They don't even like sell to everybody that walks into the store.
that is what it is. They're just being assholes. You know what I'm saying though?
No, yeah, I mean it's very secretive business, bro. I mean, none if you don't consider the fakes. That's
Now
another story.
that happens on the you could say on the New World cigars, like on the internet. So for example, like Cigar International, like for example, they did that with Gurkha. So a lot of the Gurkhas that were, let's say, popular at lounges, back in the day, they started selling them on the internet for 80% off, and they said, well, so the first guy said, "Oh, why would I go to the store? I'm going to buy them online."
Well,
And then
until this day, the cigar page or CBIT, that I mean, what are
that's
they selling?
CBIT and Cigar Page is different. I'm talking about Cigar International. Do you know Cigar International bought many of the rights, and they got to keep the name, and they could put whatever tobacco they want in there. So you're thinking you're buying a Rocky Patel a decade. You're thinking, oh, it's a Gurkha Dragon or whatever the fuck. And normally that would be a good cigar, but they have rights for not all their cigars, but some of their cigars. If they're doing massive discounts, like for stupid prices, um, I'm telling you that they could refill the cigar. But now, and Gurkha, the guy told me, he was honest about it. He's like, we're not doing that no more with new stuff, but the old stuff they have the rights. So you know what I'm saying though. So I mean, they fucked up. They try to sell out and make more money, but by selling more of them, and then you're getting a great price, and it was bullshit. But
Yeah,
the new people, it's fine. You fall for it and you realize. So I'm not saying regular production Gurkha at a lounge, they're better cigars, but the stuff on the internet, like back in the day when you were getting like 20 cigars for like 39.99, and there was no seat, it was garbage. You know what I'm saying? No, they was just
right. Well, I mean the Trinidad that I bought, I mean all five were bad. So that means the whole box was bad. And it wouldn't burn. I mean, I had it like kind of like wet. I
no.
had it dried.
It wasn't the word. That cigar wouldn't burn on one side and it was exploding. That was some of the worst construction I've ever seen. That was an embarrassment. That
Yeah,
was, for example, if that was an American brand, let's say like Padron, I would never buy from that company again. I would say they got a problem. You know what I'm saying though? So
take care, PG. Good night.
it's just amazing though. How let's say people
Yeah,
back bought them. Oh, well, they say, well, Cubans just don't smoke right, and you're spending all this money. You know,
Look, it's probably like like they think, oh, hey, I'm in fucking Mexico. So I mean, people buy, like bullshit, Cuban cigars from the beach. Cuban cigars on the beach. Why are we gonna send them quality stuff, right? I don't know. And even it's not even a
but
Mexico City.
then you'd have to admit that they are making different tiers, and maybe that's the case. Maybe for
I
vacation.
think so, though. I think it makes sense, because you can have like bad quality cigars in Dubai, okay? Because I mean,
I get
Dubai,
because if the prince says, "Hey, these cigars sucks," problem.
yeah, you're gonna have a problem, yeah. And plus, like Dubai is like everything is all about prestige.
Yeah, so it is.
So
You know, um, but that's what I like about American cigars. Not that they're made in America, but when I look at Camacho or Padron or My Father or you take your pick, you know, uh, Davidoff. I know they're going to work. I know they're going to be great quality, and I know it's going to have great flavor. Overall, most of their cigars are all great, depending what you want. You know what I'm saying? Though, reliability is almost not even an option. It's just guaranteed, you know? And on the other side there, dude, yeah, that was shocking. That Trinidad, that thing was, I enjoyed it. Definitely had Cuban flavor. I knew it was Cuban.
what about that Romeo I sent you, the limited edition
That
2018?
because that one I couldn't even draw. Like
I
that,
still I still have I still have like about 10 of those left.
that one hurt my jaw. Like it hurt my jaw.
Yeah. And that's definitely not fake. So I mean I have the box and it's so
No, no, that was no, that was definitely Cuban cigar, and I like Cuban Romeo and Juliets. I really do. I think it's a great value cigar. Like well, back in the day, you know, I used to get Romeo and Juliets 10 to
take
15.
care, FX. Good night, bro.
$10 to $15, maybe $20 on the high end. But I'm going back 10 years ago. I don't know how much Romeo.
Not anymore, dude. I mean, not anymore. The regular, the regular white Churchill or short Churchill is running 30, 35 bucks.
I'm going to drop this ash. It's got a great bird, but it's cold
It
outside.
doesn't look like ready to go.
Okay, I'm fucking freezing. Okay, it's 32 degrees. Do you give a shit?
Is that our? No, that's not our business. What am I gonna do if I give a shit?
It
You want me to come over there and hug you to warm you up?
it is what it is, man. You do what you got to do.
Uh, do what you gotta do. Okay, do an ash test. Let's see if it goes. Look
It's,
at that ash. That's amazing.
it's fake Cuban Cohiba. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And that's the funny thing too. Like, just look at the
Well,
construction.
a lot of those guys like they only smoke like Davidoffs probably, and then they switch to Cubans somehow, and then became Cuban snobs. But there's a lot of good cigars out there.
No, and I'm not anti-Cuban cigars. Whatever you like, you like. But to talk shit about a brand like General Cohiba, it's great quality, great flavor, great cigars, and they are reasonable for a luxury cigar company. Um, what's the problem? Every time I've ever lit one, it worked. I've been smoking Cohiba for 20 years. They work. They're always good. I can smoke Red Dot forever. And I'm going to review that Red Dot probably tomorrow, the Churchill. I want to do that in the daytime, you know.
So is
I,
that the red dot is the same as Dominicana? Cause
no, it's a different
oh
blend.
no, I'm sorry. It says Dominican Republic. I always get confused. Yeah, it says Dominican Republic, not
You got
Dominicana.
to because you're a fucking cop.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It happens. Okay, let's drop this edge. Here we go,
Drop
babe.
it.
You're right. You're right. This thing could have gone forever, but I'm wearing gloves and it's freezing out. Okay, so it is what it is. Here we go, baby. BBW. Wow, look at that.
Look at that. I know it's not ready to go. It
Fuck.
doesn't even have a crack.
All right, I'll hold it right here. Yeah, it's really really thick tobacco, man.
Well,
It's got.
that's a delicious cigar. I mean, no matter what, no matter what anybody else says, I.
It's about 80% darkness. Right now, it's a heavy medium plus. Normally, this cigar is more at this point be more medium full, but it definitely 5 years definitely smoothed it out. But it's still delicious. But it feels a little more airy than it normally does. For me, I prefer regular production to maybe 1 year, but that's for my preference though.
Right,
Is it still good at the 5 years? Sure, but in my mind, I smoked the Cohiba Black over 100 times. I prefer it stronger, but that's my preference.
right. I like it aged. So I mean the smoothness is works for me better than the punch.
Well,
Like
it's a good
when
thing. Nobody asked your fucking opinion.
what do you mean nobody asks you nobody asks you your fucking opinion, but you are still expressing.
Yeah, because it's my fucking show.
Who said so? Who has the best hair in the lounge?
Tucker, Tucker, you don't go on the Price is Right and tell Bob Barker what to do. Okay, right there, picked up to medium full. Okay, right there.
Right there.
I'm gonna drop this ash because now I want it. Here we go. Ready?
Are we even halfway? Oh, that's exactly halfway of the
Why
cigar
don't
right
you
there.
your fucking business? Okay, look at
You
this.
you mind your own fucking
Look at
business. Man.
this fucking
Look,
thing.
I'm gonna put you in the thing. That's it.
I said, okay, good, good. Wow, dude, that's a serious. Taco. It's 32 degrees out, and I turned it upside down twice. That's fucking serious.
I know I said so, but you think I don't understand about cigars as much as Richie.
It's not even my fucking name, like Richie. Like, like, like I might just start in my dreams and like, I'm not Richie. Like, yeah, he's Richie.
Richie, no, no, you're not Richie. Uh, Dude,
Who the fuck is Richie?
he did Bobby Lupo. I don't know.
Because they were both banging the same hooker. You know that?
Oh man. Oh, that thing fell on my finger, fucked it up.
Oh yeah, you fucked up yourself. And that was
Yeah,
Fidel Castro did that to you.
yeah, yeah. That's communist shit right there.
Fuck, fucking communist. It is.
So
What's up?
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely a lot of black licorice on this cigar. So if you want like a lot of dark flavors, it has that, and it's been around for a long time, over maybe not around 20 years. The brand of Cohiba Black's been around 20 years. That's a long time for a cigar. I would like to see a 20th anniversary version. I don't think they're going to do it because Cohiba doesn't do anniversary cigars. That would be nice though. A 20th anniversary Cohiba
Yeah,
Black.
they turn their attention to Spectre.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Well,
just doing Spectre. That's it.
been making it forever and it works, man. Like it's a staple. Cohiba Red Dot and Cohiba Black have been around forever and they're not going anywhere. You know what they told me? 70% of Cohiba, their sales, is Red Dot. So they're not fucking with that. If 70
Right,
for example, let's say you take Davidoff. It's 70% of their millions of cigars they sell a year is one blend. You're not fucking with that blend. You're like, leave it. Don't touch it. That's more than half the company off of one blend. That's how good the blend of Red Dot is. That's how many Red Dots they sell. So, I mean, it is what it is. People can hate all they want, but the Red Dot is delicious. It's roasted nuts, caramel, cinnamon, black pepper. It's toasty. It's got a nice heavy finish to it. It builds up. Um, it's very like the Hemingway. If you want to have a great night, smoke a Hemingway classic, natural Cameroon, and then smoke a Red Dot. You'll have a great night back to back Cameroon cigars. I can't stress it enough.
right. So
I gotta
you
drop.
know,
I gotta drop this wrapper, man.
drop it already.
Should
That's it. It's so called Richie Froze.
dude? This cigar's been upside down more than a stripper on a pole. Just
Smoke it upside down.
That you mind your fucking business. Oh yeah, Cohiba. Gen, the fake Cohibas have bad construction. That's so bad. Just like
So are you smoking a fake Cohiba now?
I literally ash upside down 3 fucking times, and it's 30 degrees out. Yeah, it's so fake. Yeah,
Yeah.
we do it 4 times.
Try
Okay.
to do that with Cuban Cohiba.
Yeah, you can hold it upside down because it doesn't work. It just doesn't. Yeah.
It goes off.
If it does work, if it does work, it's fake. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, when the Cuban cigars work, they're fake. Damn, bro. What a reputation.
I know, and it's what it is. All right, I'm dropping this ash for real now. All right,
Yeah.
I'm
Well, they're
dropping.
getting better, they're getting better because, like the world is paying attention these days. You know, but
I'm
still, they sell, man.
I'm not against any tobacco. I'm
Yeah.
against communism, but I'm not. But I'm against lying and bullshit. So, for example, like you said, if the craftsmanship has gotten better, I'm happy for that. I hope Cuban cigars are made well. But here's the problem: in the past few years, they have jumped their prices astronomical.
Yeah.
Astronomical.
Yeah,
That's
they did because the Chinese control the Habanos now 50%.
pretty soon. Those fresh rolls you're buying are going to be $50 a piece.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the world like the way I mean the Cohiba line, forget it. Like Siglo 6 is $100. Opa, it's cold. You,
Who's
you checking your texts?
Yeah, everyone mind their business, man. Man, this thing has been keeping me warm in here. Oh wow. I'm gonna put this just put this shit like around. Oh, this is nice. Oh,
Yeah, put it underneath your arm. Put it between your legs.
I want to put it in my balls. Yeah, no, I'm afraid it's gonna set off my 357.
Dude.
Yeah, that would blow away my balls.
Yeah, yeah,
I,
definitely.
I don't know if you know this. You can't take a 357 to the balls. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, yeah, something gonna give,
Yes.
and it's not gonna be 357 for
It's
sure.
not, it'll go through a bear's head. It's gonna go to your balls.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, you know where the term "son of a gun" born from? So supposedly during this civil war, they have muskets, right? So when they're shooting a musket, so musket is hitting a soldier balls and ends up in somebody's vagina, and she gets pregnant, right? Like so, she is having a son. That's what this words come from, "son of a gun."
I never.
This is real. Yeah.
You made this shit up.
No, 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 no. Go Google it. You'll see.
Okay, I'm at a heavy medium full. The cigar really picked up. I wonder too, Sacco. Lots of cigars. If you keep a lot of ash on it, um, once you drop the ash, the cherries get more airflow and you get more intensity. I don't know if the cigar picked up because I got to towards the end, or because I got rid of the ash. Did you ever think about that?
Well, yeah, because the ash is acting as a filter. I
It's
mean, you're drawing an air through the whole thing. Of course, it's all opens up.
it definitely slows down. As soon as I dropped that too, it's like it opened up the whole cigar. Like, so I'm not saying the cigar was tight, but as soon as I dropped so growing the ash. Now, if it's a fatter gauge cigar, it's less effect. If it's a 54, 56, there's so much more surface area, so much more air can get in, less
Right.
noticeable. When you have a smaller gauge and you grow the ash like I did, I think it could affect the burn and the draw, as far as the timing and the intensity. I think it could.
Yeah, it could, but I usually like it with
Nobody
ash.
fucking asked what you like. Nobody asked.
Have you seen this before? Richie.
Where's
Uh,
no one's even here? Where's Jeremy? Where's Anthony P?
well,
You
there's
know,
people sleeping. They
oh
have to go to work.
fuck sleep. Oh, they're
2
sleeping.
a.m. back there.
PG, right? You know, where's the
Yeah.
I? Listen. How much content can I make for all these fucking people? That's okay. I don't give a
Well,
shit.
nobody is complaining, bro.
I,
Everybody's trying to give you a hard time. They
it's,
fuck with Richie. They fuck with Richie. They find out.
if you got to find out. Listen, Josh, you got to make 5 day supply of brownies. How big is that pan got to be, right? Because the pan was this big, and he said it was Sacco. He said that was 2 days of brownie. I like how
Yeah.
he's. That's 2 days of brownies right there.
It
So
wasn't too big, he said.
it was half the. It was half the fucking oven.
Well, yeah, it depends how big was the pan.
Sacco, if you start judging your brownies in calendar days, that's a lot of brownies, Sacco.
Uh, I guess so, dude. I don't know. I like brownies. I eat sometimes, But hey, can be judged on that for sure.
I got to bust his balls. He said, he said the third day they don't taste good. Like,
How the brownie can lose a taste? I don't get it. Brownie is a brownie.
no, no. Do you see what I'm talking about? This is why I bust his balls. You know what I'm saying?
Josh likes everything fresh, probably.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I love Josh. He's a funny fucking guy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But
yeah. Josh is a legend.
he's, he, I want to live my life the way I want to live my life. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh God.
what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it is. I can't stress it enough.
it is what it is, Bob.
Yeah. Hey,
It
did you
is
hear?
what it is. That's what it is.
Hear about this Taco Bell party? He posted. I think I read about that the day before. Supposedly at Taco Bell they had like a holiday party, and everyone got drunk and brought in food, and they were all fucking each other, and then they all got sick because they drank too much and they were throwing up everywhere. I mean, how do you do this at Taco Bell?
Oh, they did this at Taco Bell. I thought they rented a place.
No, they were at fucking Taco Bell,
Oh,
fucking each other.
which Taco Bell is that? Tell me so I make sure I don't buy Taco Bell from there.
He wants to.
Bless you, honey.
He's like, you want sour cream, baby?
How about now?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Tacos?
yeah.
No.
That wasn't a quesadilla, baby. You want a chalupa?
Chalupa. Crunch wrap.
Basically, everything at Taco Bell is either a dick or vagina. You like, you want that? You want chicken in that taco? Right? You want sour cream in that taco? Oh, you want a big bean burrito, don't you? No, no, I don't want to. Oh, oh, yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. Cheesy,
yeah, yeah.
cheesy stuffed burrito.
Exactly, yeah. And then it's like, oh, and do you want mild or demon sauce with that? Like, I'll take this. I'll take the same sauce. It's not too hot, So, yeah.
Yeah,
You want the flames of how bad do you want your asshole to hurt? You want the flames of hell, hot sauce? You get some habanero sauce you put on it. You're gonna pay for that, bro. You're gonna pay for
yeah.
it. It's gonna blow it out your ass. Just ah.
Richie, I made another blend for you.
What blend is that?
Let me see.
What room are you in right now? You have all this stuff. What? You have stuff on the floor.
Huh?
You have stuff on the floor.
It's under couch.
How
That's
do they?
Casa de Saco. That's the under couch. There's another one there. See? That's Casa de Saco. Hold on, let me find the blend. This one. Uh,
Oh God, hold on, right there, Sacco. This is smoking. This is smoking great. So it seems like the last third, it was affected a little bit by the 5 years, but it's just perfect right here in the last third. I mean, it's fucking phenomenal. So maybe 3 years might be the magic. We're in the middle. You know what I'm saying, though. But all I can say is, even after 5 years, it was still a great cigar. It's gonna after 5 years, it's still I'd say 4.7, phenomenal cigar, delicious cigar. It didn't ruin the cigar at all. But I think if I would have dropped the ash sooner, as soon as I dropped the ash, the strength picked up. So I think holding the ash quieted the cigar a little bit.
Yeah,
Once I
it would.
yeah,
This one is 50 by 7, Churchill. Look at that construction. You know, I do these caps big like this on purpose.
to hold it.
Yeah. So this one has fillers: Dominican Piloto Cubano Ligero, Dominican Piloto Cubano Seco, Mexican San Andres Viso, Indonesian Sumatra, Cameroon binder, Ecuadorian Viso wrappers.
Oh, that's gonna be
And
really.
this one, on the other hand,
You're just making some crazy blends.
this
How do you?
is the same blend, but binder and wrapper is Cameroon.
Oh, didn't we talk about a double Cameroon cigar? Is there? Did
This
we?
is it then. This is it.
Because we're going back over a year ago talking about these cigars,
Yeah, well, yeah, we made a couple of these together, bro.
dude. I think double Cameroon's a cool idea.
This is a Cameroon the binder, Cameroon wrapper.
Dude, that's gonna be
Piloto Cubano, Mexico, San Andres.
cinnamon toast crunch on steroids.
Richie, I haven't even tried the cigars yet, bro. I
Mm.
haven't. I haven't. The only one I smoked was the Cohiba thing, uh, the Spectre blend.
That Habano Spectre was great. And when I got to that second third of that cigar, that was that crazy night, man. Dude, that cigar brought Richie back. The Habano you sent me, the Ecuadorian Habano, the
Uh huh.
Spectre. That was a lot of fun. That was and I think another few more weeks of even drying out even more would bring out more of the flavor. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah, I really want you to smoke a few. I mean, you have to smoke it. You're not gonna
No, I have to
drop
start.
it. You know the Brazilian, the BBW.
The BBW, but it needs more time. I think as far as drying out, it needs.
Confused. That one confused you real good.
Listen, and I told you up front, when a cigar has a lot of Brazilian tobacco, it fucks up my head. Like I can't. It's almost like I can't figure it out. I'm like, what the fuck? That's my kryptonite. You know, listen, everyone has to have a kryptonite in their life. So for
That's
me,
what that's why I thought. I said, let me send this to Richie. Let's see what he thinks.
well, I enjoyed it, but it was hard for me to say. Okay, me when I'm observing the cigar, I make statements. I observe it. I compare it to other cigars. I compare all these different things. That cigar, I couldn't even get past to what the fuck I was smoking. So it was hard for me to review it. You know what I'm saying, though? And
But it was like enjoyable or
yeah,
boring.
yes. And but when I was talking to the doctor, when I got to the later second third, and then the last third, it was really nice. And but we were talking about conspiracy, so it was hard for me to talk. Had a very slow burn and a very full pack. So, but it's very unique. When you add a lot of Brazilian tobacco, in my mind, that's one of the areas where it becomes very strange. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying it's very strange. Like, you ever watch a weird movie? You're like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, it's a very weird feeling tons of Brazilian tobacco. I can't because think about how many cigars do you have with a lot of Brazilian tobacco? You have the Amazon. What else? What else has a lot of Brazilian tobacco? The BX3. That's it. I don't know any other.
CEO Brasilia, huh? CEO Brasilia, I guess.
No, but that's just a Brazilian wrapper, I think, right? Or not even,
Well,
right?
that's a Brazilian rapper too. Brazilian Matafina, and then Cubra Viso, the binder, Brazilian Cubra Viso. So they both like Brazilian. They're not Amazon tobacco per se, but Brazilian.
Yeah,
But
due to the priming and maybe the whole blend. I never got so confused of smoking the Brasilia though. I don't know.
yeah, well, maybe that was too much.
No, it's just it's all about the whole combination too, right? So, but the Brasilia I always found to be more medium full and pretty strong, and I can figure it out more. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Though there's a lot of when you say Brazilian wrapper and binder, there's so many factors. You know, as far as the age of the
Well,
tobacco.
yeah, I mean that's just the sit. That's I mean now, yeah, who aged it, how they aged it, how
No, but
fermentation and all that has a role,
but I'm
of course.
saying Brazil is a huge country, so they could grow tobacco anywhere in Brazil. You know, so I mean, there's a lot there's a lot of factors. You know what I'm saying? Though there's a lot of factors. Um, like with the Connecticut one was obviously very easy for me to review because everything on the flavors and then everything, all the flavors combined, I could very easily explain the cigar and review it. And then the Habano was very easy to review too because it was a lot of classic Habano flavor, but it tasted like a more expensive Habano cigar. And it was a great cigar, the Spectre. But I'm going to give that a maybe about a month, and I'll do it again. You know what I'm saying though,
Right.
and just let it
Yeah, just let it. Yeah.
yeah, let it dry out a little more, and so. But there's still two more I haven't even tried. There,
Well,
you know,
there's still like I have some. I made so many blends like this one here. So this is uh so it's Dominican Piloto Cubano,
Mhm.
Nicaraguan Jalapa Viso, Connecticut Broadleaf filler, Indonesia Sumatra Cameroon in the filler. Binder is a Cameroon and the wrapper is Matafina.
How many was that? Seven tobaccos?
One, two, three, four, five, uh, six. That Cameroon filler and binder is pretty much the same. So six different tobaccos.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's gonna be fucking good, man. Look at that
Yeah.
construction, dude. That's Atabay level construction. It's Atabay level. Look at them.
Look at that shine.
I mean, Sako, you saw when I smoked your Connecticut cigar when I put the Opus X wrapper on it, or it looked like you think it's Fuente.
Yeah, yeah. Look like the
I did
what is
that.
it, Don Carlos.
I said, yeah, yeah. I said, you might think this is Don Carlos, or you might think this is.
Yeah, yeah.
it,
Uh,
it
yeah, but I mean, the label changes the whole thing pretty much.
is what it is.
But that Connecticut, we made it together. If you remember, I said, look, I'm gonna put lot of dark tobacco and Connecticut wrapper and see how it's gonna turn out.
Cigar, a label does to a cigar. People think it means nothing, but let me tell you why it means a lot. It's called faith. When if you look at a label and you see Fuente Don Carlos, in your mind you already believe it's going to be a good cigar because you know Fuente and everyone else knows Fuente and you know Hemingway and everyone else knows Hemingway. So already you believe in the cigar. And I'm telling you, that's a huge factor. So the same cigar, one that had no band and one that had a band from a company the one the company know in the band, the people are going to say that's better because they believed in it already. I can't stress it enough.
Well, it's psychological. Well, like I used to buy cigars just by bands. I go to the store and I buy a cigar like just by when I was just started, I was just buying cigar for the bands.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying,
And
if you had two pieces of art and one was from let's say a Rembrandt, right? And one was from Rembrandt, but he didn't sign it. Of course, everyone's gonna say this Rembrandt's better. Look how beautiful. You get what I'm saying? No. So when you have a name on something and it's a name that people already accept, that's more than half of it. Because even if the
exactly,
cigar is just okay, oh, but it was the Open Sex, or oh, it was a Padron, so it had to be good. You get what I'm saying? No.
right,
So uh,
exactly.
so a cigar ban is a statement, and it creates people's belief in their mind. You get what I'm saying? Though you might think it's not important, but it is.
It is, well, of course it is. That's why, that's why I said if I mean, if you're gonna like understand the cigar, you gotta have somebody to give you like cigar without a band,
Yeah.
so you can smoke it and evaluate the cigar and see how you like it. Because look, if somebody gives you a Davidoff with a Davidoff band without even smoking, you're gonna think like the Davidoff Year of the Dragon, right? Like without even, I mean, knowing people put their orders, even like pre-order them.
People don't like the cigar, or if it's not that great, people will lie because they love the brand.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
not
Take
really.
the band off now, the story
Not,
changes.
if a cigar is not good, I'll be honest. I'll tell you the truth. And at the
Yeah.
same time, if a cigar is no band and it's great, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to go, oh well, or if somebody told me, hey, this is a $5 cigar, but it's great, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to go, oh, it was great, but it couldn't be that good because it was only $5. You know what I'm saying though? So it's to me, the truth is the truth. Now the band, it helps people out because they say, well, I love this brand. So imagine if companies didn't have brands, it'd be very confusing in a lounge. You didn't know what the fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
So this one, uh, it has Nicaraguan Esteli Ligero, Cameroon Seco, and mix. Mix, that means that whatever I had left over from previous tobacco, it can be Corojo in there, it can be everything in there.
So
Binder is Brazilian
I
Matafina and
no surprise.
Connecticut shade Nicaraguan wrapper.
It's a surprise cigar.
It's a surprise cigar, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
It's a surprise cigar. I mean,
Dude, I mean that's serious. You know what the cigar tastes like right now? Like a homemade chocolate cookie, like not chocolate chip, like it was a chocolate chip cookie, like when it's like a black cookie, like chocolate, like it's so chocolatey but dark chocolatey and sweet syrupy, nice black pepper, long heavy finish, nice earth, dark coffee. So imagine having like a dark chocolate chip cookie and like a
uh
and I mean really, if you like dark notes, the Cohiba Black is a phenomenal cigar. Um,
so it's pretty much everything is still there.
no, I actually think, believe it or not, the last third is
Got
better
better.
than 5 years, but not the first and second third because
Right.
say quiet it down too much. I firmly believe, Sacco, when you age cigars, they don't age together. Meaning the first third ages faster. Why? Because that's the weaker part of the leaf. You understand that? When you
Right.
have the tip side has less nutrients, the stem side has the most. So, and the stem side is going to go on top. So as you smoke a cigar, you're always smoking to the stronger part. So with time and age, the stronger part takes more to age. Does that make any sense?
Right. Right.
The first third loses more in a year than the second third, and the second third loses more than the last third. You get what
Well,
I'm saying?
yeah, technically that portion it doesn't breathe, but I'm thinking, what if you cut the cap and let it sit to age? Will that make any
No,
difference?
no, because I'm talking about the nutrients in the tobacco. So picture a cigar strengths like this: first third, second third, last third, first. Like maybe more like this. So now you put time on it, it all got quieter, but still the last third is going to be stronger than the first. You know what I'm saying, though?
Right.
So, because it affects it less. So, so maybe what I'm trying to say is maybe somewhere between maybe 3 years is that perfect point on this cigar where all the first, second, last third, all have still beautiful flavor without getting too. If I was you, smoke those Cohiba Blacks now. I wouldn't save them anymore. But it depends what you want to do. I mean, if you want to,
Another 5 years. I have I have few of them left. So,
oh, dude, the last third on this is fucking so delicious.
oof, delicious. Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
fucking
think so.
It's fucking delicious. Like I'm sounding like Josh now. It's like I'm eating chocolate brown.
I mean, yeah, for its size, it's not boring at all.
Josh is gonna go to his oven right now and make some brownies. He's sitting good.
New batch, new
No,
batch. Oh,
phenomenal last third on this. I wish I would have dropped the ash sooner though, because part of that too is I think keeping the ash on the first and second third, I think it slowed down the cherry, and so you get less intensity. And so with the cigar being a little weaker, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, with a skinny gauge cigar like this, you have all that ash. It definitely slows down the intensity. I think so. If you got 5 inches of ash on a cigar, it's as soon as you drop it, that cherry's like on fire now, and that you know what I'm saying? Though it's
right. It acts as a filter, or not a filter, but insulation. Between the
it's like
cherry and
it's like wearing a jimmy. You
yeah, yeah. And then when you pull air, it has to go through all that ash. But you're getting filtered air. Better quality air.
well now if it's a very strong cigar, controlling the ash is nice because it calms it down a little bit. Because you know what I'm saying though, because if you have a very strong Nicaraguan cigar that's kicking your ass, if you, at least if you grow the ash, it's gonna. cool it down a little bit, so it's going to burn less hot.
Yeah.
So it depends. To me, growing the ash is generally a good thing, but I think for aged cigars, it might be a bad thing because we just proved that as soon as I
Yeah,
drop
probably like a few inches where it won't hurt. You know, like one, like right now, whatever you have there right now.
the business, all right, won't you mind your fucking business?
Who is this guy, man? What the fuck is your problem? You want a cigarette? How about now?
Listen, your poor wife has to hear this shit all night. She's like, "Why do you hang out with Richie? He says such mean things to you."
Nah. Oh, this wood leather, uh, 12-volt battery.
Oh, is it notes of cherry?
No, there is a notes of burnt rubber,
Like, is it notes of the like cigarettes? Five.
burnt tire.
Like, it's like that's what I love about the human nature. It's just like like the commercials. They've been like, cigarettes have killed 10 billion people, and they're like, yeah, I'll take 2 packs. You said,
Yeah.
like,
Let me get a carton.
it's like,
Let's make it faster. Flex. 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 Master Flex. Oh, there's they included other cigarettes,
wait,
cigars with
wait,
it.
Sacco, you already smoked the cigar?
No, I put some, I put some on a display here next to my other Davidoffs.
Yeah, yeah, you have to flex,
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 flex, flexer,
flex.
flex.
I feel like Sacco. You've been on the channel for like 4 years, and you haven't made a dent. You haven't made a dent. Like, like
That
you haven't made a dent.
because I just keep buying it, man. I need the psychiatrist, and then the next thing you know, psychiatrist is starting a cigar collection.
Oh yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah,
cold.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's not even cold. What's your temperature? 50.
Let me see if this thing works. Can't even see, dude.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work.
Yeah, BBW baby.
BBW.
Last night was so crazy because like when somebody comes on a live for the first time, I mean, first the doc dropped $20, and over the years, I think the doc's give me like $300. He just always drops $20, $50. Crazy guy. And when you meet someone the first time, you don't know what they're gonna look like. You don't know how they're gonna act. You don't know
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
And he came on just like he's like, Rich, let me tell you something. The diet soda, it killed all these guys in the way, and it makes sense. Today I was googling all these stories, and all these stories were saying, no, this isn't true. Don't believe this. And I'm like, then it's definitely true. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because big corporations, they pay off people what to say. Because so it's just funny. He wasn't making that shit up, man. Anything that has chemicals with heat could change the property of a chemical. Like for example, if you have a propane tank, if you have too much heat on the outside, it could explode, right? So any kind of chemical, and you
Yeah.
add something, it could change.
Well, yeah, it's all chemicals, man. I mean, those fucking lab, they make those things at the lab. You know what I heard lately? They were saying the half and half also bad. They're like gives cancer.
Yeah. Oh
You know the
yeah.
half and half you put in a coffee.
Yeah, the French vanilla, like the sweetener.
Uh huh.
Don't drink. It's not vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, those are all the. I mean, I don't know. I like my coffee black, so
What I'm saying is Americans are stupid. They're like, oh yeah, give me some of the French vanilla creamer. It's not creamer. It's not. Listen, you could keep that shit like in your closet. It's not gonna go bad. It's not real. Whatever the fuck is in it.
yeah, like Twinkies.
Like, and you wonder why Americans have the highest level of diabetes. Like, they take a coffee cup and they're like, oh yeah, pour in like 4 ounces of sweetener, and it's more sugar than soda now. It's fucking nuts. Like, pretty
Well,
soon,
like if you, I mean, I don't know, you've probably been in a theme park before, right? Like Disneyland. If you go to Disneyland, they have like this little square spot, like somewhere in a corner for smokers. Supposedly smoking is bad, but all the people walking their kids in that thing, they're like all obese and
yeah,
all have diabetes.
yeah,
There,
diabetes.
yeah,
Yeah,
more people are sick. Non-smokers are sick there than the people that smoke.
yeah. Or don't you love when you go to the airport? You see these fat motherfuckers. They're getting pushed in a wheelchair. They're sitting there,
And they're just like eating.
Yeah,
They're everywhere. Like
yeah,
they're sitting waiting for something. They're eating in the airplane. They're
yeah.
eating.
So
Like
you should be able to smoke your cigar on the plane. You're like, oh, whatever. Like, look,
yeah,
you could do 20 push-ups. You should be able to smoke a cigar. You're like, I mean,
yeah.
it
It's
is.
crazy, man. I mean, just the society, the way people think is just like nuts.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, that's bad for your health. You know what I'm saying? No, you know, it's whatever. It's humans are a bunch of fucking hypocrites. But the worst human though is the uninformed human who doesn't do any research, but they regurgitate what they're told. So if the TV tells them this is true, oh, well, did you go? Did you do it? You know what I'm saying? Did you study history? Did you study these things? Like aspartame is so dangerous that it was illegal for years because it was giving all the rats multiple levels of disease and diabetes and tumors. It was killing the rats, killing the rats. And now you say, oh, it's Diet Coke.
DDT.
Like it's not. Listen, it's a fact that aspartame is deadly. Now I'm not saying if you have one Diet Coke a month you're gonna die, but you drink a lot of that every day, it's gonna fuck you up. It's
Yeah, yeah, it will. Uh, if not the aspartame, whatever is that, the corn syrup for sure.
Oh, of course, but that's bad enough. But then they put all the fake chemicals. There's so much chemical. In
Million ingredients.
soda, they have an anticoagulant so that you don't throw up, so you don't
Oh
choke.
my
Because
god.
when you drink Coca Cola, you would choke to death because you can't drink 60 grams of sugar. You'll die. You'll choke.
Right.
So they have an anti-gagging chemical, so you don't choke. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, exactly. Nobody gives a shit. I
Nobody.
mean, try to tell that to a guy that refills the 44 ounce at the 7-Eleven 5 times a day.
40, exactly. One 12-ounce can of Pepsi, you can have like 72 grams of soda, and you're like, wow, say, uh, and it's normal. Whereas, if some guy had a little espresso and smoking a cigarette,
Josh is probably sitting there and laughing and saying, "What the fuck are these guys talking about?"
yeah, he's like, I drink a fuck you.
Oh man, yeah,
Like,
but the fucking sugar, they don't have all that nasty labeling, you know,
yeah, yeah,
like cigars.
yeah. Why? Because it's socially accepted.
Yeah,
Say because the people that are in charge of the world, they want everyone to be diabetic and so fat and they can't move. Why? Because then you're not a threat. What are you gonna do if they just say, "Hey, everyone, no more rights and get in the van or you die"? If you're
I
500,
think it's the pharmaceuticals that are pushing this sweets on people.
it's the whole system. What are you gonna do? If they say, "Hey, go," we're putting everyone in a camp, and you're 500 pounds, you're gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna have to get me a wheelchair,"
Yeah, well, my local Ralph's, they used to be like few stands of sweets. That was it. And now, I mean, it's a maze. You enter the store, and then the first thing, I mean, is the meat department, and you gotta navigate through all these sweets.
Yeah.
At least like there's like 15 to 20 stands of different brands of sweets.
It's the same thing on my store. We go to this place, we get fruits and vegetables and meat, and you walk in, it's brownies, cupcakes. Or
Yeah, yeah, different brands, different stands, and it's a maze. You gotta navigate through them.
walk in, and then if you want to get a corn or a carrot, it's in the back. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's in the back. No, nobody needs it.
Yeah, yeah.
Josh says nobody put stuff in your mouth but you. It's a choice, exactly, Josh.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, even real sugar, you need a limited, but all the fake stuff is even worse. because that's the stuff that's going to give you cancer and everything else.
Well, back in the day when we were growing in USSR, the sugar was a commodity, so it wasn't like widely available. So like, I mean, our house there was always sugar, but like people couldn't afford sugar, so it was sugar or a candy or whatever. It was a treat. But I mean, when it's like the available mountains, like it's
Yeah,
well, these things like I give this the birds sugar water, the hummingbirds, they go crazy.
yeah. No,
They get so aggressive. It's like they're on crack.
it literally say, I think it was when you drink a Coca Cola, the same effect to the human mind as like doing like heroin. Like you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it,
I mean it's crack, boy. It's addictive shit. Sugar is addictive shit. I mean,
it's the whole combination. Like they know what they know what they're doing, and now they tell people, oh, you can drink energy drinks all day. That's like the last boss. Energy drinks, bro. You talking about people drinking them all day for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and fucking sitting there playing video games 18 hours a day. You're just drinking, energy drinks, Monster. You know what kind of shit is in that stuff?
yeah, that's monster, especially, dude. That's. Well, I mean, well, if you drop a Red Bull drop on in your car, like on a plastic, that shit, like if you don't clean it right away, it will like it's away the plastic.
Yeah. There's a video where this guy took fruits and vegetables and he put in a bowl and he poured Monster energy drink in it and let it sit. So he took like an apple, but after you let it sit in it, I don't know how many hours. When he took it out, you could pull the apple like it became a sponge, and it would go
Yeah,
back.
it tenderizes. It tenderizes.
What the fuck is it doing to you know what I'm saying though? Like
Yeah,
what
yeah, that bro. Those are all freaking chemicals.
what is
None
that
of those are good.
in your liver and your colon? It's bad. It's bad. Like your
It's
body needs
bad.
water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, but
But nobody cares.
oh,
You know,
nobody cares.
and here's the thing too: when you go to 7-Eleven and you touch that dirty refrigerator door, do you think all those caps are sterile? You're gonna pop it open and drink it. Nobody hands have touched the tops of those drinks. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
oh, this if you swab the bacteria on that, I can't stress enough. You know what I'm saying? But nobody gives a shit. And you wonder everyone.
If you take a black light and look at it with the black light, you can see a lot of shit on those bottles.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you could have one guy come and just coughing and all. You get everyone. You think the
Well,
guy's
even this even okay, you go to sushi bar, right? And like you sit in the front and you look. The chef like uses a rag and that rag is fucking nasty. He cleans everywhere, the knife and then the fucking everywhere, and then the knife and then the board and then like fucking put that shit away, man. That looks nasty. And they put gloves so their hands don't get dirty because with those gloves they're touching everywhere and then they're touching your meat.
dude. I won't go to Chinese buffet no more. I don't go out to sushi no more. I won't eat raw food anymore, dude. I don't trust it. I
Yeah,
don't, too many people you hear getting sick. You know what I'm saying though? Imagine dying because you went out for sushi, like you died,
yeah.
and you're like, I had so many good cigars left to smoke. I am so mad right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true, Uncle Larry. Like our cigars, yeah, 300 hands touch the cigar by the time the cigar becomes a cigar, and then especially the tip, like many times they correct the cap and then it's all. But then again, I mean, they just touch the cigar equipment, or maybe that's a cigar. We don't care, but still,
I
you
don't know.
know.
I mean, they freeze the cigars, the reputable companies, right? So that would kill all the germs, right?
I mean, I don't know if all the companies do it, but yeah, I mean, and. I don't know how sanitary are they before after they go to bathroom. Who's watching them?
I don't know. I don't know, but I never got sick from cigars like that. So I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, my cigars are clean, Rich. I always wash my hands before I touch the cigars.
I appreciate. Oh, wait, you're not putting a sweet tip in it.
It's not dipped. The tip is not dipped.
You're not calling your you're not calling your dog on your dog lick.
Oh man,
I think
yeah.
pretty
Imagine you have to live
yeah, pretty soon
fixing the cup.
the pharmaceutical companies, they're going to put vaccines in the cigar. Oh, I, what are you smoking tonight? I'm smoking the Cohiba COVID-19 vaccine. You said that?
Cohiba COVID.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I never get sick anymore. Oh, and pretty soon they're going to add vitamin minerals. You know, like you can have. Oh, it's a multivitamin, or maybe Viagra. They put Viagra in the cigar. You sit there, smoke it. You know.
ah, PCP baby.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the future. They're going to put pharmaceuticals, in your fucking cigars. Why not? I mean, Drew Estate will do it. Acid cigars. They'll put that shit in there. They're like, yeah, it's infused. You
Yeah,
know,
that acid man. So acid makes regular cigars, right? Like normal cigar. I never had. Oh, that name always like bugged me. Like if a cigar calls acid,
I can't recommend those cigars at all. Don't smoke anything acid. Any kind of flavored cigar, don't do it. Like, because here's the thing: do you think they're using really good quality tobacco for flavored cigars? They know if you're already buying a flavored cigar, they know you're stupid, so they're not giving you
yeah,
good.
hell no. What? Yeah,
They're not.
that's why that's why they're making those tobacco. Because it's a leftover tobacco. How else you gonna make it better? But
Priming. It's not even strong because they know you can't handle strong cigar because you need it to be infused with fake sugar and all. I think they just spray like Febreze on it. Yeah,
Fabrice.
I don't.
There you go.
There is no. There is. I don't care if Davidoff or Atabey made an infused flavored cigar. I would never smoke it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think they would, bro.
That,
That's
that would be an embarrassment.
that's above their standards.
Yeah, I mean, imagine grown, and yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, no, no,
no.
no. The infused cigars are leftovers. That no good for. I mean, being a premium cigar, that
Like
they make some shit for so people can buy it and smoke it.
I was talking to a guy at work, and he's like a newbie cigar guy, and he's like, yeah, I just not getting to him. I was like, well, what do you like? He's like, oh, I like this cigar. I'm like, well, what else? He's like, oh yeah, I like this brand Acid. They're pretty good. And I'm like, don't do that. I literally,
Uh,
I literally said, bro, don't. I said, don't smoke those. Don't,
don't smoke acid.
no, don't.
uh, Yeah, I mean that's I don't yeah look, the flavored ones I don't consider as a cigar. Pretty much, it's just shape of a cigar or whatever. But yeah,
Hey,
that's
maybe we should do a flavored cigar night just to like throw up. You know what I'm saying though? What do you think?
I don't. Oh, I do have flavored cigars.
What do you have?
Let me show you. It's not cigars, though. Cigarillo.
What do you have? Cuba Cuba? The last third of this cigar was fucking to die for. It was like chocolate cookie brownies. It's fucking phenomenal. Oh my god. Ah, that was nice. It was nice, baby. Oh, don't do it. Why'd you buy those?
Sweet Jane, $40. This
40.
was a combo. I don't know. My wife likes it.
Yeah.
For
Don't
ladies.
don't smoke
Well,
it.
don't you see there's a sell on it? It's been
Hey, but leave it closed. Let it age for 5 years.
Drew Estate. This is made by Drew Estate.
Yeah, leave it sealed. Let it age. Let it age for 5 years.
Yeah, I'm letting it age. Yeah, it
Maybe
even has a bovida in there.
yeah, maybe well it's sealed so it can't lose any moisture. It's sealed, just leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe in 5 years we'll smoke them. We'll see what happens. You know, maybe you smoke Opus X and then you smoke that.
after, right? After or before?
No,
Maybe before.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ruin the cigar.
It is
Like,
smoking this off for the road.
smoke one of those
Let's go.
week off and just let your palate go.
Sweet Jane.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
just smell like perfume. Yeah, don't do
Yeah,
it.
they're sweet, I guess, yeah.
Nah,
Sometimes. My wife asks for him just because of the sweet tip.
But did she ever smoke them or no?
Yeah, just a few puffs and then she goes, yeah.
Yeah,
Until it goes out. That's it.
yeah. I'm down to the fucking nub on this thing, and I'm gonna stab it with the fucking cigar or with a knife. It's like I was like, I had nothing left but like a leaf.
Oof. That is down to nub.
I mean, I'm down to like the nub of a nub.
Nub
Dude,
of a dub.
the last third on this was so fucking good, man. Like I mean, like like
Really good. I
no.
like it. Well, I mean, I don't know, but you know that I liked it the first time I smoked it too. But you know, well, I don't remember. Like, I remembered that I liked it. Pretty much, that's how I remember the cigar. But exact taste, I can't recall if it was stronger back then or smoother
Well,
now. But
definitely, I'm telling you, the original intent is stronger. But the last third on this, I'm telling you, it was better than League of about a number nine. That's how good the last third was. But
really,
only the last third though. The last like if the whole cigar was like this the whole time, it would have got like probably a full point. Not like so. Yeah, no, I mean those cigars. I
so
love.
you think that's better than the Macassar?
Yes, in the last third definitely. But the
I
Mac
bought it. I bought it same time. So
affected. I got high hopes on that to be just beautiful the whole time. That was 5 years of age on that.
same, yeah, 2018. I bought it in 2018. Now, how long it's been around?
Well, I
Before I
liked
got it.
cello, so it kind of marinated. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
I think the cello is a good idea for long term storage.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, if it comes in a cello, I just keep him in a cello.
Yeah, yeah, that's it, man. Well, I think that's
Hello,
it.
hello, let me see if the one I have here. No, no, probably like on the bottom.
Fucking, it's this last third was better than if the last third was the whole time. I'm telling you, it's better than Liga Number Nine. That's how delicious it is. It's fucking. This is like a dark, sweet dessert cigar. Like fucking. I end up eating like chocolate brownies. Like
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it, man. It's just, I mean, last one I smoked, it was pretty enjoyable.
yeah, no,
And
it's
I think I smoked it on live. The last one I did a couple of months ago.
it's amazing how if tomorrow with the red dot, I might not want to keep the ash because with the aged cigar, I think keeping the ash quiets it. You know what I'm saying though, and it doesn't
Yeah.
need to be quieted.
So you still have three more blends of Casa de Saco, right? I sent you 5 blends. You
Yeah, it's
smoke no,
more,
you smoked three, two more blends.
yeah, three more to initially review, and then from there we'll go from in about a month. Maybe when I come back from my trip, I'll come back to them again. Or maybe
Yeah, in increments.
I
See
might
how?
bring some to New York, and and smoke some there. And
Yeah, take. I mean, if you're gonna see Stash, take some. See what he thinks.
yeah,
Stash is a
yeah.
Padron guy, but don't tell him what it is. Just
Wrong guy, but I might just bring like two classic Connecticut's, and because he smokes Ashton Connecticut's too. He doesn't only smoke Padron, like so he likes the Davidoffs too. So he smokes a lot of
just
different.
tell him that you remove the band. You want him to tell you what it is.
I'm not gonna tell him what it is, but he'll probably guess it's Sacco. You know what I'm saying?
No, no, no. Just tell him you remove the band. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
And he never smoked one, right?
no, no, he's gonna be so he'll be excited. And let me tell you something. What a good friend he is. I told him, I said, "Hey, do you know anybody that has a car that I can use when I come in? I'll pay them because I said to rent a car they want like $600-700 because it's Christmas. I said I'll
Right.
give someone $200-300. Let me know who has a car I can borrow for 5 days. I'll give him $300. And he's like, you don't need to do that. He goes, you can borrow my work truck. He goes, I don't work in the wintertime because he does landscaping. He shuts down for 2 months. And he goes, just
Okay.
truck. I was like, and he's like, nothing. I mean, what a good guy, man. What a good friend.
Yeah, generous, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
genuine friend. So, I
yeah,
mean,
that's a, and I said, no, I'll give you money. He goes, no, just you put gas in it. And I was like,
Yeah.
That's a good friend, you know. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'll probably make a cigar video from inside his truck, you know.
Inside the work truck.
No,
What about the Ducatis, the Partagas Ducatis?
the Codice is going to come soon, but I don't want to do that late night in the cold because that's a very delicate wrapper. Even though that's a Brazilian wrapper, it's a very thin wrapper. That's a very thin wrapper, the Ducatis. And I remember last time I reviewed it, it unraveled on me. And you got to be very careful with that wrapper. You know what I'm saying? Though.
Right.
So yeah, so it was. I'm probably going to review that probably by the weekend, and then. Dude, you see how much content I put out, man. I put out a lot of content. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, man. It's not like I just sit there and just smoke. I fucking make it an episode, make it interesting, review the cigar and everything else, and
You have
try
to talk.
try to make the assholes laugh, you know. And it's never enough.
Yeah. Try to make everyone happy.
I hate this.
Oh my god.
But the doc is going to come back on. With the doc, he's already made a list of conspiracies he wants to talk about. So we already have a full episode. The doc is.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's going to be. Get your
Uh,
foil hat on. We're gonna.
get your Woody ready, bro. That's a Woody episode.
I'll tell you what. Every person when they come on the live, some people are easier or harder to review with because if they don't talk a lot, it's hard for me. It
Right.
was very easy. 'Cause he had no problem talking about anything. He's like, "Oh, Richie, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this?" So he was great to have on because he came in like he came in. He was very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Though, he came. Would you freeze? Out. Oh, what happened there?
My phone might die. The charge is
The cigar's over. That's it.
yeah, that's over, bro.
That's it, bro. Well,
That's it.
everyone, stay strapped, stay warm. It's fucking freezing
So
out.
that thing helped you a little bit today.
Just mind your fucking business. It was great. This fucking thing, man. You know how warm? Look, I could wear it on my head.
Yeah.
Keep my head. I can wear it like this. My eyes are warm. You know what I'm saying, though?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You look like you're playing a VR video game.
Yeah, I'm watching BBW. Oh,
Smoking a cigar. Imagine you're smoking a cigar. Fake cigar.
yeah.
Fake Cuban.
He said, what are you watching? You sit there like,
Ah, Rishi, you look like a Robocop with that.
this thing is. He said, smoke it. Yes.
Yeah. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop.
Dude, this thing is so warm right now, bro. Hey, it's so fucking nice, but you can wear
I'm
it.
glad you got it.
Oh, dude, so fucking warm.
That'll
Oh,
help a lot. Yeah.
warm.
Oof. All right, guys. Good night. Nice to see you all. Richie, thanks for the show. You're frozen.
We got
That's it.
disconnected.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
yeah,
That's
you're losing connection.
yes. They know it's time. They're pulling the plug. They say, "Get the fuck
They
out."
pulled the plug. Yalla. You're running on overtime.
Yeah, the FBI's getting tired. They're like, "All right, we're done."
Richie, take care, brother.
All
Thanks,
right, have a
thanks
good
for
night,
the
bro.
show. Thanks for having us.
Hey, stay
Take care of
fresh.
yourself. See you
Peace
later,
out.
brother.
Good night.
Bye.
I don't-